Hi everyone, it's Andrea. So hope all of you are doing fine and in good health. Well, the topic I'm talking about today too is going to be the same thing that everyone's talking about, and it's about the coronavirus. Not actually about the virus itself, but the topic is about coronavirus. The news about the virus is actually more viral than the actual virus itself, isn't it? Because it's spreading so fast, it's just so viral. There's a lot of news out there, there's a lot of information out there, and people are doing so many different things, including stupid things, and posting so many different funny, serious, informative, so all sorts of videos and informations relating to this coronavirus. You know, you take your phone and talk to your family member, relative or friend. First thing they ask you is, you know, are you safe? And then the talk about the corona comes. So the corona has become really famous at the moment. For this particular video also, I'm expecting a lot of criticism because, you know, people are staying at home with nothing to do, and normally, you know, there's some people who are uplifting, but majority of them are so jobless that they wait to criticize. So I'm expecting everything, and that's fine. Well, I'll get to what I'm doing and share it with all of you, because that's all my intention is, and you know, hopefully that will be helpful for a lot of you. And you know, so I have to put it out there. So it's not like I'm a professional or anything like that. It's just little things that I'm doing at home, and let's get to it. Here we are still in stage 1, so it's not that drastic or serious, but you know, we have certain habits, so we are not used to constantly monitoring and keeping watch of things, you know, because we have this normal routine that we follow every day. But because of this, you know, even special care has to be taken, and for that, you know, we need to do more we need to be more cautious about what we do, especially about our hygiene and how we disinfect you know, the house and things and place surroundings. We are only in stage 1. If we start practicing these, so you know, if things get, you know, it's uncertain, we don't know what's going to happen, so if things get more drastic, at least we are prepared and we have this routine that's being followed, and you know, it's easy. So to keep the protocols and make sure, you know, our surroundings, the people we care for, everything is handled and dealt with as safe as possible, and everyone, you know, the duty of care is shown to everyone in our surroundings during this hard, you know, uncertain time. So one of the scary things I found about this virus is that, you know, it sticks to surfaces. So that includes mobile phones, you know, handling cash and things like that, because it sticks to surfaces. And I heard on some surfaces that are non-porous, it can live up to 4 days. So that in itself sounds very spooky. It doesn't spread through air, it's only through the droplets, you know, water droplets. So it's like vapor, or if somebody sneezes, if somebody coughs, even, you know, when I go to the toilet, even to have a shower, I make sure it's all you know, well ventilated, and you turn on the ventilator, you know, even open the windows. Don't be stuck at home all time, you know, you need fresh air. This does not spread through air, so make sure you get fresh air, which is also important. Don't be closed in, you know, in a dingy sort of a surrounding. Just, you know, you need to get that fresh air. It's very important as well. So for disinfecting purposes around the house, like certain things I've been doing is, you know, it's always good to use good disinfectant that's close to hospital grade. So one thing that, you know, it's very trusty for me and I always stick to is the brand Dettol. So even the shower gels are now changed to Dettol brand, you know, the disinfectant is pretty good, and a little goes a long way because you can dilute it in water. So that's a good thing about this. Here's a Dettol bottle. As you can see, mine is half empty, but I really love this product, and it's what I always use. I'm not promoting the brand Dettol or anything, you know, I'm not getting paid by them or anything to do this video, but I'm just being straight up honest. You know, this is what I use at home, so just sharing that because it's something that I've always, you know, relied on and trusted, because it's so good. You can dilute it in a little bit of water. I feel it's close to hospital grade disinfectant, but I'm not sure, but it's always done a good job for me. You know, even if you dilute a little bit in water to mop your floors, you know, it's really good. So I mop my floors disinfected with Dettol. Even when you get clothes, if you want to wash your clothes, putting a little bit of Dettol into the washing machine. So these are little things that I do to disinfect. So even if you dilute a little bit of Dettol in a spray bottle with water, so a little bit of Dettol, a little bit of water in the spray bottle, and you can spray it all over your house. So when somebody comes from outside, just if they touch your door handles and things, make sure you just spray it, disinfect your door handles and things. When they come into your house, spray them all over with that Dettol water diluted spray. Let them go have a shower. And if they have brought things from outside like belongings, bags, etc., just spray that all over. It's not safe around food, so don't go and spray it on food. If you're consuming things, don't spray it on those sort of things, because it is poisonous to consume Dettol. But you get the point. You know what I mean. On surfaces, it's a very good disinfectant. So that's what I mean. So if you're looking for a disinfectant, so this is what I use. So everybody has personal preferences, so do share with me what all of you have been doing as well. So that will be helpful, because these are certain things that I've been doing, and especially with kids, because this virus sticks on surfaces, so kids touch everywhere. They're all over, they're always on the move, they touch here, they touch there. So make sure their hands are washed every 15 to 20 minutes, and especially before meals. So because they have a habit of snacking, in between during the day, they have an apple, they have a banana, they have a sandwich. So when they snack little meals between the day, make sure before they touch any food item, especially anything that goes into their mouth, they wash their hands before that. Always make sure you watch what they're doing. So every 15 to 20 minutes, make sure their hands are completely, thoroughly, nicely. And especially if they have gone outside and they come into the house, make sure they have a shower, have a shower every day. So that's all very important. So for that too, you can use Dettol, or the best thing is to use Dettol soap, so then you don't need to dilute it and put, I just use the soap. So there we are, everyone. So I'll just show you how it's done. So yeah, I've got the Dettol. This is a spray bottle. Just put a little bit into that. There we are. So you can see I put about, I don't know if you can see the numbers on it, so about 200 ml, and then I'll fill it up to 500 ml with water. So that's all you need, and you can dilute it. You can even add in a little bit of soap, or dishwashing detergent, or a floor surface wiping soap into that. So a little bit of soapy consistency will also help. Don't add too much soap, and that is just optional. I add a tiny bit of dishwashing liquid into this. There we are. So about 2 to 3 pumps of dishwashing soap, and then we can pour the water into that. You can even add some vinegar if you want to, but that's all optional. This is just the basic way I do it. You can see that it will turn nice and milky, and then we can put this. So same with the floor cleaner. You just take a bucket, fill it with a little bit of water, floor cleaner, put a little bit of Dettol. If you use bleach, if you have white surfaces, you can put that, and it's nice and ready to go. So you see, spray and wipe. So it's very effective and handy. You can see here, this is another Dettol spray that I use. So if it's not spraying, that means you made the solution too thick. So you need to dilute it with water. So it needs to be diluted only, then it will spray properly. So this is just Dettol and water mix, no soap or anything. So that's something that's good. I just spray it on the bed sheets and everything. So you can nicely disinfect your bed sheets and things, with this Dettol water solution spray. Like the Pino Clean spray, the disinfectant spray, you can even use this all over. So just don't expose it to food items and consumable items. While spraying this Dettol solution on clothes and other items, don't put bleach in it, because that will discolor the items. So this is just plain Dettol and water. Only while mopping the floor, sometimes I put a little bit of bleach, when I'm cleaning the wash basin in the toilet, which is white when cleaning the flush. But all other areas, I don't add bleach, just Dettol and water. On the floor, I do add a little bit of soap, like liquid soap or dishwashing liquid, few pumps as I've shown you, and on other surfaces, hard surfaces like bench tops and things. But be very careful, when adding bleach. If you can avoid it, just don't add, just avoid adding bleach. Just Dettol and water is sufficient enough to disinfect a lot of things around the house. Well, I'm not saying it's sufficient enough, but this is what I do at the moment to disinfect around the house. Like the Pino Clean spray, the disinfectant spray, you can even use this all over. So just don't expose it to food items and consumable items. You can get a disinfectant for pets that's pet safe. Do get that as well, because you don't want to endanger your pets as well. I don't know much about it because I only have a bird, so at this stage, I'm just worming the bird. Put the mite spray, the pet safe bird mite spray. So just been doing those things. So these are a few things that I've been doing in order to start, though we are in stage 1 only, in order to start disinfecting areas and everything, clothes, floors. I do it every day, once every day, especially the whole house. Yeah, just been burning incense at home, putting some nice prayer music, going to the garden to get some fresh air, which I'll share a little bit with all of you, a little bit of a snippet of that. Main thing is to ensure that our hands are nicely washed and sanitized frequently, and we try to keep our hands as much as possible away from our facial area, like the eyes, nose, mouth, etc. Mainly the eyes and the mouth. And I'm mostly focused on Dettol, but if you're looking for natural alternatives, making a spray with neem leaves are very good, like natural sprays like neem, tea tree. So they're all good antibacterial properties, and they are good for using in terms of disinfectant. So they are the more natural alternatives if you're looking for that. So just give an option, just research on Google for any natural good options that you can find in order to make a spray, so you can spray it around and use as a sanitizer and keep things clean with less amount of chemicals. Do let me know your ideas and opinions, the things you have been doing in order to disinfect your areas, in terms of utensils, there's so many things that I have not covered in this video, because I have not, these are just things that I've started doing. So anyway, so hope all of you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more lovely videos and recipes. Take care. Bye.